is strictly vehicle only. All pedestrians...
Those guns look like they meant business.
Warning. Extreme measures will be taken against non-compliant pedestrians.
Hey, Hobsworth.
Hey, what can I do for you?
Wendell's power cell wasn't looking too functional.
Oh man, you sure, huh? I don't think it's supposed to smoke like that.
Not conventionally, no.
Listen, don't tell Wendell. I'll fix it.
What was that tool you were pointing at the bridge?
Oh, this little baby? That's my Minos scanner. It's super neat. All of us diagnosticians use them. I pointed at a device, and it shows me how it works. See, everything in Union City runs on Minos. Everything's interconnected, from big safety systems and freight elevators, all the way down to toasters and hand dryers, all on Minos.
Okay, so you're saying it's a citywide universal operating system?
Whoa, I don't know what that is, but maybe. I'd hate to think what'd happen if a scanner like this fell into the wrong hands.
This may sound like a stupid question, but how do I actually get into the city?
Well, first thing would be to head over to the city gates.
Yes?
If you got a valid ID, and just scan your U-chip, and the bridge will open.
Valid for what?
Now, that is the stupid question. You need a vehicle to get through the big doors there. If you have transport clearance, like that old fella with the smelly truck, you just drive up, scan your ID, and roll right onto the elevator down to the cargo bay.
Any updates on Wendell's power cell?
Not yet, but I'll get onto it soon.
See you around, Hobsworth.
Keep a smile on your face.
The power cell was completely wrecked. The power cell was completely wrecked. Hi.
Hi again.
I spoke to Voxel about his monster problem.
You what?
I think his monster is the vehicle I've been tracking.
Good for you. So you told him the monster was real? Won't be seeing him anytime soon. Nice one, Super Dead.
Thanks, Ember.
Bye now.
Ember had used the workbench to transfer Graham's ID to my U-chip.
Not just sausages. Knock yourself out with a bite while they're fresh.
Hey, Wendell.
Managed to get those doors open all right?
Just about.
Did you, do the jig?
Sure did. You said it was essential.
That's right. Although, here's a funny thing. My wife never does the jig back at the farm. But it always seems to open for her. Anyway, what can I do for you?
So all you need to get into the city is a charged power cell?
Land snakes alive, yes. A power cell. Do you want me to write it down?
No, I got it. I had this sinking feeling that the wrecked power cell in Hobsworth's hut was the one that Wendell hoped would power his truck. Want one of these mini Ks?
Oh, better not.
I thought you loved them.
Oh, of course I do. They're delicious.
But?
Don't get high on your own supply.
Sorry?
No scoffage on thine own sausage.
Oh, I see. Suit yourself. Any ideas on how I can get into the city?
Aye, that's easy. You just need one small thing.
Great. What?
A truck.
What? Like yours?
No, not like mine. You want one that actually moves under its own power. That being said, you won't even get across the bridge without an authorized ID. Citizen's ID gets you all the way into the city, privileges and all. I've got ID, all right, but my power cell's empty. Long story short, I could drive in. If I could drive in.
Do you need a vehicle to get into the city?
You do, but I don't. I've got Brucey here. What I do need is a new power cell.
And you can't just walk in?
Are you mad? Walk into the city? There's guns guarding them main gates, and they'd make mincemeat out of you, Sonny Jim.
I take it this is your truck?
It's got my name on it, don't it?
Your name is W?
Well, some of it.
Be seeing you.
Aye.
The power cell was completely wrecked. The console seemed specialized. The console seemed specialized. Hey, Hobsworth.
Hey, what can I do for you?
Wendell's power cell wasn't looking too functional.
Oh man, you saw, huh? I don't think it's supposed to smoke like that.
Not conventionally, no.
Listen, don't tell Wendell. I'll fix it.
See you around, Hobsworth.
Keep a smile on your face.
pressure plate appeared to trigger the crane mechanism. The conveyor appeared to be part of a waste recycling system. The pressure plate appeared to trigger the crane mechanism. Excuse me?
Citizen Graham, you are not authorized for this area.
I was going to have to get used to being called Graham. I just wanted to ask some questions.
Oh yeah? Well, I'm a 4YR droid. And 4YR droids are programmed to ask questions, not answer them.
Thanks.
Bye.
It was a grumpy-looking maintenance droid.
Warning. Extreme measures will be taken against non-compliant pedestrians. Alert. Pedestrians now have only 10 seconds to comply. Lethal force authorized.
Industrial fumes pumped out of the spinning exhaust fan. The pressure plate appeared to trigger the crane mechanism. The conveyor appeared to be part of a waste recycling system.
Pedestrians now have only 10 seconds to alert. Pedestrians now have only 5 seconds to comply. Unacceptable cargo detected. 4YR unit has been alerted to solve the problem.
You outdated scrap pile! I am the unacceptable cargo! Let me down! You're risking the future of all the little cans!
I had a charged power cell. The bridge seemed to be operated by some sort of hand scanner. Lights flickered on. Wendell's truck had power, and with it, I had my ticket into the city. With the power cell replaced, the truck was good to go. Hey, Wendell.
Morning, son. Or afternoon. I lose track.
I fitted your truck with a charged power cell.
You did? Then we're cooking on gas.
Hey, any chance of a lift into the city?
Typical. No one ever does anything from the goodness of their heart these days.
I just figured that...
Oh, all right. Up in the back. You earned it.
You sure it's safe back here?
100%, lad.
I'll take your word for it.
Just watch out for me neck bursts. I've lost enough business already. as far as I can take you, I'm afraid. You can catch a monopod into the city from over there.
And where are you going?
Straight to cargo. Gotta get these babies
Quarantined?
distributed.
Thanks for the ride, Wendell. Maybe see you again.
Apologies, but it seems your U-chip is running out-of-date firmware. Enjoy this little piece of happiness, courtesy of Minos.
Welcome, Citizen Graham. Outdated U-chip firmware detected. Firmware must be updated to use Union City facilities.
I was about to return to give every piece of my mind when...
Transporting you to the nearest safety services.
The stalker had come into the city. But looking around, that didn't make any sense. This place was a paradise compared to the Union City I'd left all those years ago. Joey had certainly turned the place around. I had to find the stalkers. And whoever he was, Graham was my only lead. I just had to sort out my U-chip problems first. Hello?
Good morning, Graham, Grundy. I trust you are well on this fine day?
Actually,
Aha! Have you tried Dijon buttercream spankles? It's new.
Sounds delightful.
That's the spirit. Now, Mr. Grundy, we both know why you're here, don't we?
I guess we do.
Your firmware. It's ridiculously out of date. Let's get you sorted then, shall we? Go on, place your hand on the platform.
Okay, here goes.
Well, that's very strange.
What's very strange?
What's very strange?
You said that's very strange a moment ago. Something about my data.
I didn't. You said, what's very strange?
I only said it because you said that's very strange.
Great. What else can I do for you, Citizen Graham?
There was something strange about the ID that I had acquired. While she may have lost the plot, I definitely hadn't. So is my firmware all up to date?
It sure is, Citizen Graham. Now you can get back to being a top-notch citizen again. I see you have 2 weeks of public voting to catch up on. Better find a terminal and hop to it.
Listen, I don't know if you'll be able to help on this.
I'm here to help.
Okay. I'm looking for a child that went missing 2 days ago.
And from which part of the city did this child go missing?
He was from outside the city.
I can only help you locate citizens.
Thank you.
Was I helpful?
Yes.
Would you like to fill out a survey?
Absolutely not.
Okay then. Keep a smile on your face, Graham.
Now that I dealt with my U-chip problem, I needed to find out more about my new identity. Graham Grundy. Hey, 2CU?
I'm not 2CU.
Oh, sorry. You look just like the one outside.
Oh, so we all look alike, do we?
Now hold on, I didn't mean that. You have to admit, though, you do look a lot like 2CU.
My name is 1CU. 1. We're totally different.
Oh, so is 2CU like an upgrade? Like a better version of you?
You're speaking to the first, an original, a numero uno community welfare droid.
Tell me about Joey.
Before my time, I'm afraid, sir.
You must know something.
He brought the out of darkness and into light.
Then the council took over.
Precisely.
Tell me about Union City.
Would you like to know about the piazza?
That's not exactly...
The piazza was designed by the council to encourage citizens to socialize.
What's the point of that?
It's a fact that people like being around other people. People who are alone spend too much time thinking. And I'm sure we can all agree, nothing good ever came as a result of thinking.
I wouldn't know.
Anyway, Union City happiness is at an all-time high. Thanks, Piazza.
Tell me about the council.
The council guides the ministries, and through them, Union City. Everybody knows this.
Sure. They do a good job, huh?
Oh, yes. They look after us by day and watch over us by night.
Sounds like they're popular.
Everybody loves the council.
Everybody?
Oh, yes. And they love us back. Each and every one.
Even me?
Even you, sir.
I'm looking for a vehicle.
The monopod station is situated at the entrance to the piazza.
No, I'm looking for a vehicle that came into the city.
Well, it can't have come through here. The piazza is a strictly pedestrian zone.
That's all for now.
Enjoy your day, Citizen Graham.
Welcome, Citizen Graham. Where would you like to go?
I knew Graham had some sort of connection to Milo's kidnapping. His home would be my best, in fact, my only lead. Take me to Graham... my home.
Lakeview Apartments. Certainly, Citizen Graham.
The city knew a lot more about Graham than I did. As I arrived masquerading as a dead man called Graham, I was apprehensive about what I would find. But I had no choice. I had to find the stalker. And whoever he was, Graham was my only lead. The seal on the floor showed my buddy Joe just as I remembered him, when I left him in charge all those years ago.
Hey, buddy, watch where you're standing!
What's your problem?
Your face, for one!
Excuse me.
Well, if you hadn't been staring at the floor like a moron, you'd have seen me.
I didn't catch your name.
I'm your mama.
What? Do you live here?
Do I look like I live here?
I'm not from around here. Maybe everyone here looks like you.
Yeah? And what do I look like?
Trouble.
Keep walking.
Do you know where I can find Joey?
Oh, I dunno. Weirdo. They say he walked into the gap, or sailed across the sea. Either way, he abandoned us all in this place.
You don't like it here?
Needs more color, wouldn't you agree?
Do you know a guy called Graham Grundy?
Nope. Sounds like a moron.
In that case, let me introduce myself. Graham Grundy.
Doesn't surprise me.
What happened after Joey left?
Well, duh. Council runs the city now.
I'll leave you to... whatever it was you were doing.
Aw, really? I'll miss you.
Yes, I'm... very busy.
Hey, dirtbag! What's your favorite color?
Huh?
You heard me. What's your favorite color?
Blue?
Lame.
But you're wearing... never mind.
Later, man purse.
Later, backpack.
Ha! You got nothing.
Clearly not everyone in Union City was quite as courteous as they were happy. The seal depicted my friend Joey as he looked when I left him in... Clearly, he'd made his mark.
Commencing refill.
The cleaning robot was clearly designed to carry heavy water tanks. With no hand scanners, I figured they were intended for droids. The holdall was stained with paint.
Commencing spray. Please stay.
Looked like someone planned on doing some painting.
Water tank depleted. Apologies, Citizen Graham. This is not your residence. Apologies, Citizen Graham. This is not your residence.
Calling the already present elevator did nothing. No surprise there.
Commencing spray. Please stand back. Water tank depleted. Apologies, Citizen Graham. This is not your...
Wait! I know that you, Chip. Oh my. Is it really? Yes, it is. Master Graham, you have returned. How wonderful.
Oh, good day, huh?
I shall inform Madam and her guest that you have arrived. She will be so pleased.
No, that won't be necessary.
She will be overjoyed that you have finally returned to the bosom of the family. My apologies for the interruption, Madam Songbird. It's Master Graham.
What about him, Chipworth?
It appears he has arrived home, Madam.
He has, but that's... wonderful! Oh, thank Joey! My dear husband is back!
Ah, I was hoping to meet you, Mr. Grundy. Mentor Alonso, Ministry of Well-Being. I was just here to investigate some irregularities.
I'm sure my Graham needs a few moments to freshen up. Why don't I show you my kudos records? I don't know who you are, but right now we're both in a lot of trouble. So for both our sakes, you'd better convince the mentor that you're Graham.
Yes, of course.
I'll stall him. Just don't come through that door until you know enough about Graham to pass yourself off as him.
Don't worry. You can on me. I wasn't sure what I'd walked into. But if I was to convince anyone I was Graham, I needed to find out more about him. His job, his family, his state of mind. The mentor could ask me about anything. Information about Graham was scattered all over the place. All I had to do was look around. At least one person in the city appreciated a nice cup of coffee, although I doubted Union City Blend contained even an ounce of actual coffee beans. Union City Red. I suspected it was more fruit juice than wine. Definitely an improvement on the food dispensers they used to have here. Personally, I preferred an open fire for cooking. Rhythmic gymnastics, first place. That looked like Graham and his wife on their wedding day. They looked blissfully in love. Amethyst or purple glass? Either way, it looked expensive. A shelf full of sports gear and awards from years gone by. This was my only chance to find out about Graham. Leaving now wasn't an option. Hello there. Chipworth, wasn't it?
Master Graham, may I say, sir is looking even more fabulous than usual today.
Why, thank you.
Has Master Graham lost weight?
Maybe. Does Master Graham look like he's lost weight?
Oh, yes, sir. And it would appear sir has gained some height as well. Bravo.
Tell me, Chipworth, who was that woman just now?
But that was sir's wife, Madam Songbird.
Yes, of course. My wife.
Is sir quite feeling himself?
It's fine. I've just been having a difficult few days.
How serendipitous that the well-being mentor is here then, is it not, sir?
Chipworth, tell me everything you know about me.
Request respectfully declined, sir.
But aren't you my butler droid?
Yes, sir. I have been sir's butler for a very long time.
Then why can't you tell me?
Standing orders, sir.
Whose orders?
You... Nice try, sir. Almost had me.
Graham had made sure his droid wouldn't talk. I had to do my own investigating. Goodbye, Chipworth.
Have a very special day, sir.
Welcome back, Graham. Displaying your health chart now. It has been 2 weeks since your last checkup. You have lost weight. Congratulations. It has been noted that your height has increased, adjusting records accordingly. Scanning for medical implants. Error. Implant missing. Refreshing biomodification database. Please wait. Removing cardiac implant registration. Registering Schriebman port as new implant.
The scanner had detected my Schriebman port, which allowed me to interact with Link, the city's old network. Since then, I'd pretty much forgotten about it.
Adjusting your health rating from C to A+.
I was considerably fitter than him. That was good to know. What devices do I have installed?
You possess a U-chip personal data implant in the perlicue of your right hand. It is functioning correctly. Your cardiac regulator implants have been marked as removed. Please return them to your nearest medical waste facility. You possess a Schriebman local interneural connection port in the 3rd cervical vertebrae. This hardware predates the Minos system and cannot be accessed at this terminal.
That's probably best.
You are welcome, Citizen Graham.
That's all for now.
Due to the alteration of your physical parameters, a new uniform has been ordered and will arrive at your home shortly. Keep a smile on your face.
I was a lot healthier than Graham. In fact, I'd say Graham was downright unhealthy. I had made some headway, but I still needed to know about Graham's work and social standing. After 10 years in the Gap, I'd almost forgotten what a toilet looked like. Tempting, but I'd already had my monthly bath. I was hit by the acrid smell of chemicals. I wondered if Graham self-medicated. When I came to Union City 10 years ago, this was very much the case. These days, I wasn't so sure. Giant scorpions in the sewers, real or fake? Unlikely. The tentacle monsters would have eaten them years ago. Anti-Hobart propaganda. Some things never change. The calendar showed today as a holiday. Aspiration Day. Among the drawings were photographs, land trains, and the city walls? How to survive a war. Better just to not be around to see them. I couldn't access Graham's messages. I added that to my list of things to look into. The council was made up of 5 ministries. Each ministry had their own logo and distinctive color scheme. A printer? It was rare to see one of those. You can tell a lot about a man from his shoes. In this case, that the man had no taste. Developing fluid and trays. I hadn't seen gear like this since I was a child. Looked like these photos were taken by the city walls. The blind blocked out all the light from outside. An impressive collection of medals ranging from bravery to long service. Most of the medals dated back to before I was born. It looked like one of the land trains from the city walls. It was a detailed model. A sword? The blade was cracked. I wondered if the people knew that Hobart agents had helped me save their city. The box was for a deluxe hollow plinth replacement lens. There was nothing inside. A cavalcade of cryptids. Someone believed in monster stories. The droids who stare at goats. A classic. So Graham was a cleaning supervisor? The logo on the uniform was quite distinct. From the color of his uniform, it was clear that Graham worked for the Ministry of Comfort. I knew quite a bit about Graham's work and health, but I figured I could learn more if I found his kudos records.